some real heavy thresholds to meet here.
I agree.
Before the application of the ordinance comes into play.
I agree. Okay, thank you. David Paul?
Mr. Mayor
Good evening, Mr. Paul.
and Council, good evening. It is what a joy it is to be here. Welcome, everybody. The greatest joy we have is when we collect and feel as we're one. Isn't that true? We're all Americans. There was a quote in the paper today, I'm going to paraphrase it. It says, when we prefer the power of love to the love of power, the world will be a better place. I've always felt that. I'm a strong supporter of law enforcement, and yet I've always felt that the collective we have failed the collective us in many ways, the people that are left out and on the fringes. And I try and speak for them when I can. I was at all three of the events for the racial profiling that was put on, and this is what I wanted to talk about when I was there. I talked before about my time at the youth home for delinquent boys where I worked, and there was one young man named Gary that I hit it off with. This was a bright, handsome, young black man that had no reason to trust me, but he opened up to me, I think, to confess certain crimes, to get them off his chest. But, you know, when you think about this story, you can look at it two ways. He told me of a time that he burglarized a house, and he climbed into a second-story window that he thought was empty, and he was confronted by the owner of the house standing there in his boxer shorts and a gun rubbing his eye. Now, if you just say, I find a young black man breaking into my house and I have a gun in my hand, most people will say, shoot him. But from my perspective of Gary, that never came through because I saw the contrition and the pain and the shame, and he didn't know what to do. He had been failed up until that point. And I can tell you that I don't understand why we hit it off, but I do. When two human hearts are willing to open themselves to the strange other for no apparent reason, God's holy light floods in and all is clear. And that's the connection we really need. We all need the power of the open heart because short of that, nothing else will really work. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Paul.